2020, August 24th, 15:54 p.m. 2020. The continuation of the same concepts is the fact that you have pharaoh names. You have Jesus, and you have Christ, and you have Emmanuel. So you have three of the five necessary pharaoh names, not counting the title of emperor, which would be making the emperor's mark, period. So you have Christ, you have Jesus, you have Emmanuel, and now you have added to the mix the gospel of the gospel where it talks about in Matthew, I think it is Matthew, where it talks about build, which is in Latin would be the word. They would use Peter instead of the word build, because build would be English much later in history. Peter, the next word is English house, but in Latin they would use the word Simon, the place to preach from. Simon being sound, the place that sound emanates. So you have Peter, build, house, build your house, Peter, your Simon, upon me. Well, upon me, it would be a reference to Pharaoh, which would be the first mythical Pharaoh was Ptah, who stood on the Ben stone and created the world from the sea of chaos and primordial items and such, period. So you have the Ben stone, Ptah, which means that Jesus was referring to himself as the next Pharaoh, which means that he had to be connected to the Ptolemy family, which means that he had to be an offspring of Cleopatra, which means that he was one of those three kids. He was declaring himself Pharaoh, and he was declaring himself, remember, Latin is first, last, last, first. So you have Simon Peter, Peter Simon. So he was declaring himself Pharaoh Simon Peter, or in Latin, Pope Simon Peter, period. So there's a lot of stuff going on here. So there's in the Bible it is written, call me Pharaoh Simon Peter. And there is Jesus. So you have Simon Peter, and you have Jesus, and you have Christ, and you have Mark. So you have Christ, Jesus, the Christ. You have Jesus, and you have Simon Peter, and you have Emmanuel. So the list of pharaoh names is only missing one of the primary pharaoh names, which the Old Kingdom and the 18th dynasty used 5 pharaoh names for the pharaoh. So you have Mark becomes Claudius, Emperor Claudius, period. So you've got some really cool stuff going on there, and 4 of the names are easily documented all over the place. You just have to undo the propaganda and the fictions that the enemies of the ministry, the Senate, the Roman government, the powerful in Rome, Paul, and the descendants of Paul, and the bishops of Lyon, who were devotees of Paul, who absolutely positively hated Simon Peter, period. Now we wonder why they hated Simon Peter, because they hated the fact that their story was contradicted by Simon Peter, which you can find those contradictions alive and well in the Dead Sea Scrolls.